Hello and welcome to Simple English Stories. My name is Mia.
And I'm Alex. We are so happy you're joining us today. This is the podcast where we tell interesting stories and have conversations using clear and simple English.
That's right. And today, Alex, we have a very important topic for anyone who loves to travel.
Oh, I'm excited. It's a real life survival topic. Today's episode is called Taxi Ripoffs. Haggle like a local.
It sounds a little scary, but it's so useful. Have you ever been in a new city? You get in a taxi and you have that feeling that you are paying way too much money.
Oh, absolutely. It's the worst feeling. You feel helpless. Well, today we're going to give you the language and the confidence to stop that from happening.
Exactly. Let's start with the basics. What is a ripoff?
A ripoff is when you are charged the price for something that is much too high. It's an unfair price. Someone is trying to cheat you and get more money.
Cheating you. It's a great vocabulary word. R-I-P-O-F-F, ripoff. And unfortunately, tourists are often the target of taxi ripoffs.
I have a story about this. The first time I traveled to Southeast Asia, I landed at the airport tired after a long flight. I just wanted to get to my hotel.
I know that feeling.
So I walked outside and a man came up to me. Taxi, sir? Taxi? I said yes, and he took my bag and put it in his car. I told him the hotel name. He smiled and started driving.
But you didn't ask the price first?
Exactly. My big mistake. When we arrived, he told me the price was $50. 50. I later found out the normal price was about $10.
Oh no, that's a huge difference. That is a classic ripoff.
Right. I was too tired to argue, so I paid. I felt so silly afterwards.
It's an easy mistake to make, and drivers have many ways to overcharge people. For example, they might tell you the taximeter is broken.
Ah, yes, the broken meter. The meter is the machine that shows the price of the ride. If they say it's broken, they want to give you a very high flat fee instead.
A flat fee is one single price for the whole journey. It doesn't change. Another trick is taking the long route, driving around the city to make the trip longer and the price higher.
Yeah, that's a sneaky one. So, how can our listeners avoid these problems? Let's talk about what to do before you even get in the taxi.
Okay, tip number 1, do your research. This is the most important step.
Right, before you even leave the airport or your hotel, use your phone. Open the map app like Google Maps. Type in your destination. The app will often give you an approximate fare or an estimated price for a taxi.
Approximate fare. That's a great phrase. It means about the right price. So now you have an idea. If the app says the trip should be about $15 and a driver says 50, you know something is wrong.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. You can also ask at your hotel reception, how much is a taxi to the museum? They will tell you the fair price.
Good idea. Okay, tip number 3, and it connects to your story, Alex. Agree on a price before you get in.
The golden rule: never get in a taxi without knowing how much you will pay. You have two options here: use the meter or agree on a flat fee.
So you can ask the driver, do you use the meter? If they say yes, that's usually a good sign. But if they say no or that it's broken, then you must agree on a flat fee.
And this is where your research helps. You know the approximate fare is $15, so you can say, how much to the Grand Hotel? If he says $30, you know it's too high.
Right, and this brings us to our main topic, haggling.
Yes, the art of haggling. This is a skill that can save you so much money when you travel.
So let's do a quick recap. Before you get in a taxi, 1, do your research to know the real price. 2, find an official taxi. And 3, always ask for the price first.
Perfect summary. Now, what if the price they give you is too high? It's time to haggle.
What does haggle mean, Alex?
To haggle or to bargain means to discuss the price of something to try and make it lower. It's a negotiation. In many cultures, haggling is completely normal and expected, especially at markets or with taxi drivers.
That's a key point. It can feel uncomfortable for people from cultures where prices are fixed, but it's not rude if you do it correctly. The most important thing is your tone. You must be polite, friendly, and smile.
Yes, never be angry or aggressive. Let's do a role play. You be the friendly but expensive taxi driver, Mia. I'll be the tourist. We are going to the Grand Hotel.
Okay, I'm ready. In a friendly driver voice. Hello, sir. Taxi? Where are you going?
Hi, I'm going to the Grand Hotel. How much is it?
Ah, Grand Hotel. Very nice. For you, special price, $30.
Okay, now the wrong way to haggle would be to get angry, like this, in an angry voice. $30? That's crazy. You're trying to rip me off. This will not work. The driver will just get angry too.
Right. He'll just say, okay, no taxi for you. Bye-bye. So let's try again the polite way.
Okay, you say $30. I will smile and say, in a friendly voice, oh, $30 is a bit too much for me.
That's a great phrase. A bit too much for me. It's soft and polite.
Then I make a counter offer. A counter offer is your suggested lower price. I know the real price is about $15. I will start a little lower. Can you do it for $12?
Oh no, sir. 12 is impossible. Very far. A lot of traffic. For you, okay, $25.
Okay, see? The price went down from 30 to 25. The negotiation is working. Now I'll meet in the middle. My hotel said it should be $15. I can pay 15.
15. Okay, for you, $15. Let's go.
And there we have it, a successful negotiation. We went from $30 to the fair price of $15, all with polite language and the smile.
That was a great demonstration. Let's review some of those key phrases. That's a bit too much for me.
Can you do it for your price?
My friend or hotel said it should be the fair price.
This shows you have local knowledge. Now, what if the driver doesn't agree? What if he says, no, my lowest price is $20?
This is when you use your most powerful tool, the walkaway technique.
The walkaway technique. This works so well.
It does. You stay polite, you smile, and you say, okay, thank you, but no thank you, I will find another taxi. And then you physically turn and start to walk away.
9 times out of 10, what happens next?
The driver will shout, okay, mister, 15, come back. They don't want to lose a customer. They would rather take a fair price than no price at all.
It feels like a game, but if you know the rules, you can play it well. The key is confidence. Even if you are nervous, pretend you are not. Act like you do this every day.
That's fantastic advice. Body language is just as important as the words you use. Stand tall, smile, and speak clearly.
So now we have the tools to get a fair price, but what happens if you make a mistake? What if you're already in the taxi and you realize the driver is taking a long route or the meter is moving strangely fast?
This is a difficult situation. The most important thing is to stay calm. Don't start a big argument in a moving car. Your safety is number one.
Right. What I do is I open the map app on my phone and I follow our route. I make it visible so the driver can see my phone screen. This sends a message that I know where we are and where we are going.
That's very clever. A polite way to say, I'm watching. You can also ask, oh, are we taking this way? Is there a lot of traffic on the main road? This shows you are paying attention.
And when you arrive, if the price is much higher than you expected, you have a choice. You can state the price you think is fair. You can say, I think there's a mistake. This trip should be about $15. Here's $20.
This is a bold move, and you need to judge the situation. If you feel safe, you can do this. Put the money on the seat, say thank you, and get out of the car calmly and quickly. Don't wait for a long argument.
Safety first, always. If you feel unsafe, it is better to just pay the money and leave. It's not worth the risk. But you can take a picture of the driver's license number or the car's license plate and report it later.
That's very sound advice. Wow, we have covered a lot today.
We have. Let's do a final summary of our top tips for haggling like a local and avoiding taxi ripoffs.
Okay, first, always do your research to know the approximate fare.
Second, use official taxis and avoid the unofficial drivers who approach you.
Third, and this is the big one, agree on the price before you get in the car.
Fourth, if the price is too high, haggle, but do it with a smile. Be polite, friendly, and confident.
And finally, don't be afraid to use the walkaway technique. It's your most powerful negotiation tool.
Follow these tips and you'll be navigating new cities like a pro, not a tourist. You'll save money and feel much more in control of your travel adventures.
We hope this episode was helpful for all of you who are learning English and love to explore the world. Travel should be fun, not stressful.
That's it for this episode of Simple English Stories. We would love to hear from you. Have you ever had a taxi ripoff experience? Let us know on our website.
Thanks for listening. Join us next time for another interesting story. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy travels.